Hi, Cinema Caps here. Today I will show you a film from 2013 named World War Z Spoilers Ahead. Keep an eye out and take care. The movie begins with former UN employee Jerry Lane, his wife Karen, and their two daughters, Rachel and Constance. They wake up and enjoy a family breakfast. Jerry tells Constance, the youngest daughter, that he has quit his job to spend more time with his family. On television, there was news of a conflict and discussions of martial law. Later, they were sitting in the middle of heavy traffic in Philadelphia when the city was attacked by a horde of zombies. The zombies move very quickly. They bite people and turn people into zombies. Many cars were damaged during the commotion, and Jerry spotted that a bitten person took about 12 seconds to transform into a zombie. Then they escaped the city in a stolen RV. They stopped near a large grocery store, where Karen stocked up on all the food she could scavenge. Jerry found medicine when his eldest daughter Rachel suffered a massive asthma attack due to shock and stress over what had happened to them. His wife was attacked by looters. Jerry fires one shot, and Karen is released. For a brief moment, it looked like a police officer could arrest Jerry as he held the gun above his head, but the officer was simply looking for supplies on his own. Outside the store, the family took shelter in an apartment complex. Assistant Secretary General Thierry Umutoni, an old friend of Jerry's, called and told the family he was sending a helicopter to rescue them. However, they had to wait until the next morning. The family hides in a small apartment with a family of Latino descent. One of the children, a boy named Thomas, speaks English and translates for his parents. Jerry, believing his best chance of survival is to keep moving, is unable to convince the Thomas family to go with them. The next morning, they threaded through the nearly abandoned building trying to find the roof, but the zombies discovered them, and they were chased to the roof. They found Thomas on the way. When Jerry is attacked by some zombies, they spit blood on him. Reaching the roof, Jerry heads towards the edge, ready to throw himself if the blood spilled on his face turns him into a zombie. He didn't turn into a zombie. After fending off another horde of zombies, the family boarded a helicopter and escaped. The helicopter takes the family to a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier off the coast of New York with a whole group of other refugees. On board, a team of scientists and soldiers analyzed the extent of the global epidemic. Thierry waited for them there and set up a landing for them. A virologist, Dr. Andrew, argues that the plague is a virus whose origins must be found in order to develop a vaccine. Thanks to his expertise as a former United Nations investigator, Jerry is tasked with helping Dr. Andrew find the source of the outbreak. Jerry reluctantly agreed to help, aware that his family would be safe, and was sent to a camp, a military base in South Korea, where he had received an email about 11 days earlier saying the outbreak could start there. Moments after arriving at the base, Jerry's team is attacked by zombies. The scared and cowardly doctor was killed after accidentally shooting himself after the C-130's downhill slide. Gunshots warn of zombies roaming the area, forcing Jerry and the group to flee. After being rescued by survivors in the base, Jerry learns that zombies are attracted to noise. The soldiers at the base, commanded by Captain Speak, explained that a Korean soldier was researching on the ground when he was attacked and flipped upside down. His transformation took longer than has been witnessed recently. The body of the infected man attacked the facility's ambulance staff, and both were cremated. Speak tells Jerry how one of his men was able to stand between the infected and not be attacked. Jerry asked the crippled soldier how he injured his leg. The soldier told him that something had been bothering him lately. Jerry talks to a former CIA agent who was arrested for selling weapons to North Korea. He tells Jerry the chilling story of how the North Korean government managed to curb the spread of the disease in their country by pulling out everyone's teeth within 24 hours. The CIA agent told Jerry to go to Jerusalem, where the Israeli Mossad had set up a safe zone just before the outbreak was officially acknowledged, implying that Israel may have foresaw what was to come. The men ride in a convoy of bicycles to avoid making noise. Jerry's satellite phone starts ringing when Karen tries to call him and the zombies attack. The plane was successfully refueled and Jerry and the C-130 pilot escaped. In Jerusalem, Jerry meets Mossad leader Jürgen Warmbrunn, who explains that the Mossad had intercepted communications from an army general in India months earlier who said that the Indian army was fighting dead souls. Warmbrunn also explains how central Jerusalem was besieged and how formidable the wall was, at least 50 feet tall, and refugees placed in quarantine, including non-Jews and Muslims. While Gary was talking to Jürgen, a group of Muslim refugees began to sing happily to find a safe place to survive. One of the women found a microphone, and the singing became louder. Enticed by the spell, the zombies outside began to climb the protective wall, forming a large pile that eventually entered the city. While on the run, Jerry notices an old man and a dilapidated boy being ignored by zombies. A young Israeli female soldier, Sagan, Jerry's escort, is bitten by a zombie. Jerry quickly amputated her hand to stop the spread. He counts to 12 until he's sure she won't turn into a zombie. Jerry and Sagan eventually arrive at the airport, and they boarded a Belarus Airways plane. Contacting Thierry, Jerry asks to which location they should land. They are redirected to a research center WHO in Cardiff, Wales. While in the air, a zombie hiding under the plane is released from the cargo hold and attacks a flight attendant. She attacked the remaining passengers. The plane crashes near Cardiff after Jerry detonates a grenade to kill the zombies. Sagan and Jerry are the only apparent survivors of the crash. Jerry was stabbed by a piece of metal. Sagan finds him, and they walk to Cardiff and find WHO. With no contact, the U.S. Navy assumed he was dead and deported his family to Nova Scotia. Jerry reveals a theory to questionable scientists that since the old man and sick boy from Jerusalem were ignored, along with a homeless man, Jerry has witnessed a short time in Newark that zombies ignored, and the story the lame soldier told about zombies ignoring him. Infected people, not biting people who were seriously injured or already terminally ill because they were unfit to do host for the virus to reproduce. He volunteered to inject himself with a final but curable pathogen to see if his idea would work. However, the wing of the building containing the pathogen was overrun by zombies after a doctor was accidentally infected. Jerry still decides to take a pathogen, while Sagan and one of the WHO doctors follow him for reinforcements. They fight through the zombies, and Jerry finally reaches the germ cellar. Inside, Jerry packed vials of pathogens from 2 separate cabinets into a small box. The scientists looked at him through the camera, noticing that the cupboard on the left contained incurable and deadly diseases. Jerry is about to leave and sees one of the immortal doctors outside. Cornered and without a proper weapon, he decided to inject himself to see if his theory would work. He handed the scientists a piece of paper that said, "Tell my family I love them," and picked a random vial out of the box. Jerry waited a moment and opened the safe. The old doctor ignores him, and Jerry is able to walk past the zombies that have flooded the facility. When he returned to the safe area of the facility, everyone rejoiced at the success of his theory, and the doctors cured him of the pathogen. Jerry returns to his family in a safe area in Nova Scotia. A deadly pathogen-derived vaccine is being developed that could serve as camouflage for the military fighting the infected. Airdrops are made to bring pathogens to every corner of the world. The human offense begins against the zombies and hopes to recover. Russia has been particularly successful in containing the pandemic with its military and civilian forces. Jerry commented, "This is not the end. Not even close. The movie ends here." Thank you for watching this movie recap video. For more movie recap videos, smash the like and subscribe button.